Hello, it's time for Combat Patrol Carnage. We're back with issue 14 and it's time for some lore articles. So got some good articles in this issue. We look at the Inquisition, one of my favourite factions within the Imperium. We also learn what it means to swear an oath of moment. And we also take a look at the Third Tyrannic War, which sees the Blood Angels' homeworld of Baal invaded by High Fleet Leviathan. So before we hit the table, don't forget to do all the usual. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop your comment down below, and don't forget to share this around on your social medias. It helps get the channel noticed, and also helps those numbers rise up for subscribers. Finally then, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. They have a wide selection of new and used models for various different game systems. They also stock all your gaming aids, such as dice and tokens, and all your painting supplies as well. So check them out, there's a link in the video description for them, and who knows, you might find your next hobby project at a bit of a discount. Alright, let's head to the table and we'll do some reading. So we're back with issue 14. We've painted our models, getting them nicely updated. So we can put these two new paints to our paint collection. And today we're here to read some lore article, and we've got some really nice lore articles as well. So without further ado, let's adjust the camera and we'll dive straight in. Right then, over the pages we go to our first new page of lore. This is all about the Inquisition. The Inquisition is much feared and is spoken of in hushed whispers across the Imperium. As the Emperor's mighty armies turn their gaze outwards in search of conquest, the sinister Inquisitors defend the Imperium from threats from within, whatever the cost. Inquisitors are among the most powerful individuals in the entire Imperium. At their command, worlds are destroyed, populations are decimated, and vast armies are mustered. Empowered by ancient laws to defend the Imperium, every Inquisitor has their own methods. Some Puritans will put entire planets to the torch for the slightest hint of heresy, while radicals will go as far as consorting with demons or hiring Xenos mercenaries to achieve their goals. However, one thing unites every Inquisitor: ruthlessness. Inquisitorial Rosette. This symbol is the Inquisition's mark of office. Every Inquisitor wears it about their person, whether as a subtle icon or a brash heraldry. An Inquisitor uses his psychic power to scour the mind of a heretic for secrets, as his acolytes stand and watch. Yeah, this is a classic sort of Inquisitor. This one actually got released as a model for a store birthday, and I've got this guy and painted him. He was titled Inquisitor Kartarazolov, or something funny like that. But yeah, pretty cool model. I've got him. He's one of my main Inquisitors for my Inquisition force, which is quite sizable. Well, I don't know, not very sizable. But I've got a good addition of Inquisitorial force, requisitions, stormtroopers, etc. And agents as well of the Inquisition. Yeah, I've got quite a few different Inquisitors as well, which we'll see over the page. So, the three different branches, or main branches, of the Inquisition. We have the Ordo Malleus. The Ordo Malleus defends humanity from demons, malevolent entities of raw chaos energy. Demons are dangerous enemies. Unwinding their plots takes an incredible intellect, while even wounding one requires esoteric techniques known only to a select few. Many Ordo Malleus Inquisitors are warlike and direct, taking the fight to demons with blessed thunder hammers. Here we see an Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus. So Ordo Malleus Inquisitors are heavily armed and armoured, for their role often requires combat. This is actually the classic model for the Inquisitor Torquemada Cotes. And yeah, I love this model much better than his modern update, which the armor is too curvy and it's softened him. The hard edges on this guy makes him look so much more brutal, I think. Moving on, though, we have the Ordo Xenos. The Ordo Xenos hunts down aliens, for the Imperium is suspicious and intolerant of all difference. They root out alien cults, lost ruins of the Eldari, and ancient Necron tombs. Some Ordo Xenos Inquisitors will go as far as to work with aliens in order to further their goals. Others hunt down even the most harmless of non-humans with terrifying zeal. Ordo Xenos Inquisitors often have strange alien pets and weapons gifted or stolen from the Xenos. So here we see the Inquisitor Lord Kyria Draxus. She has a lovely little wyvern-like creature called Shang, and she has a shuriken pistol taken from an Eldari. But it's good, it's fine, she's put a purity seal on it, so it's fine, it's Imperial technology now. But yeah, nice little model. Again, this one came with the addition to Imperium, the extra 10 issues. She is like the second to last issue, and lovely model, painted her up as the magazine shows, and yeah, looks really cool. As it says, some Inquisitors will often take aliens into their retinue. I used to have an Inquisitor that had a old-fashioned metal howling banshee in their retinue. I used to use it as a death cult assassin because it had 2 power blades. But yeah, it's really weird. But cool, it's nice. The Inquisition does allow some nice variant in how you equip their warbands, which is fun. Ordo Hereticus. The Ordo Hereticus seeks out hidden threats among the Imperium's population. Rogue psychers, dangerous cults, witches, or just those who dare resist the Imperium's brutal repression. They work in the shadows, infiltrating networks of heretics and interrogating captives for secret knowledge. Ordo Hereticus Inquisitors are sinister figures who wield esoteric weaponry to hunt their enemies. Here we see Inquisitor Katarina Greyfax, one of the first plastic Inquisitor models that came out back at the tail end of 7th edition. With the Triumvirate of the Imperium, it is Greyfax, Belisarius Call, and the brand new Celestine, the Living Saint model. And yeah, me and my friends went freeway on the box. I got Celestine for my Sisters of Battle. My friend, who had a large Imperial Guard army, had Katarina Greyfax. And my other friend, who collected Adeptus Mechanicus, had Belisarius Call. But yeah, I love the look of the Ordo Hereticus, the very classic witch hunter with the wide-brimmed hat, and yeah, really cool ornate armor. Weapons that often incorporate stake crossbows, which is kind of cool. Yeah, really nice. We have a little quote at the end here, though. "It is better for a person to be afraid than happy." Really? I don't know. Happiness is, well, happy. But yeah, that's the Inquisition for you. Moving on, we take a look at the Space Marines and their Oath of Moment. A Space Marine of the Dark Angels chapter kneels and swears an Oath of Moment. He will sooner die than break it. Oath of Moment. To a Space Marine, honor is everything. If a Space Marine swears to bring down a hated foe, he will give everything in order to do so, even his life. Space Marines do not fear death. Each knows that it is his place to give his life for the Emperor. What matters to a Space Marine is his personal honor. By slaying a particularly hated enemy, a Space Marine secures his legend forever. This fanatical devotion to killing the greatest enemies has a valuable tactical role. By robbing the enemy of their commanders and champions, a Space Marine force breaks their will and their ability to react to further assaults. Space Marine commanders will survey their enemy forces carefully, identifying the leaders, support staff, and military assets that are most valuable. Once a target is chosen, every Space Marine turns his attention to the selected foe. Through bolt, blade, and hammering fists, the Space Marines compete to be the first to bring down their enemy, stopping at nothing to accomplish their mission. Only when honor has been satisfied will the Angels of Death cease their brutal assault. Those brave few responsible for victory are lauded forever in chronicles, songs, and vital relics of the chapter. Mightiest foes. Space Marines have long memories and soaring ambitions. Some oaths of moment go beyond those sworn out of necessity on the battlefield. For some, only the greatest enemies will satisfy their need for honour. Veteran Space Marines will swear oaths to hunt down and slay the greatest foes, hunting battlefields across the galaxy for their quarry, from the great alien warlords to notorious hive tyrants and terrifying demons. Here we see Ragnar Blackmane has sworn to slay the Orc warlord Ghazghkull Fracker. So yeah, bit of rivalry between these two. Ragnar Blackmane of the Space Wolves and Ghazghkull Mag-Uruk Fracker of the Orcs. Yeah, very heavy, bittered rivals. Upon my honour and the honour of the chapter, I swear to serve the Emperor, to uphold his realm, and to vanquish his enemies. Bear witness. When an oath of moment is formally sworn, it must be witnessed. In the heat of battle, a Space Marine's witness is often his brothers, who will record his great deeds, or his failures. Outside of battle, the swearing of an oath may be a ritual affair shaped by the culture of the chapter the Space Marine hails from, and involving several witnesses, such as company captains or even the chapter master. Should a Space Marine find himself alone, he will still swear his oath with only the Emperor as his eternal witness. See a Space Marine captain there, taking an oath a moment, with a couple of chapter serfs at the background. Pretty cool classic artwork there. Moving along then, we have a read article for the Third Tyrannic War. The Blood Angels stand against an endless horde of Tyranid bioforms. Love this artwork. Got the gold of the Sanguinary Guard, the red of the Blood Angels companies, and the Terminators there of the first company as well. Beautiful, beautiful artwork, facing off against a huge horde of Tyranids. The Third Tyrannic War. 200 years passed between the First and Second Tyrannic Wars. A mere 5 passed between the Second and the Third. Striking deep into an Imperium still struggling to recover from the Tyranids' previous assaults, High Fleet Leviathan carved a path of destruction across the galaxy and almost wiped out an entire chapter. The Imperium barely had time to prepare for the Third Tyrannic War. Only brutal sacrifice could slow the tide of nightmares. At the orders of the notorious Inquisitor Cryptman, dozens of worlds were preemptively destroyed in order to deny the High Fleet's biomass and slow their advance. This gambit succeeded, but only in part. High Fleet Leviathan continued its ravenous advance until reaching Baal, homeworld of the Blood Angels Space Marines. The Battle of Baal, a poisoned wasteland riven with pollution and fallout, was among the fiercest the galaxy has ever seen. Only the arrival of the successors of the Blood Angels, chapters derived from the gene seed of the Primarch Sanguinius, and the Indomitus Crusade stopped the tide of Leviathan. However, the High Fleet remains present in the galaxy, and new tendrils launching fresh invasions every day. Hellish intervention. So intense was the violence on Baal that it tore the very fabric of reality, permitting the demon lord Carbander and his bloodthirsty legions to pour forth onto the planet's surface. Despite being ancient enemies of the Blood Angels, the demons proved to be a source of unlikely aid. Upon Baal's blasted deserts, Carbander and his forces piled Tyranid skulls into a towering idol to the Blood God. Dante descends like an avenging angel to slay the Tyranid Swarmlord. Dante, chapter master of the Blood Angels. Commander Dante is the oldest Space Marine in the Imperium not interred in a dreadnought. The Battle of Baal tested this Blood Angel Space Marine like no other. In the early stages of battle, Dante took a vital strategic role, coordinating forces as the Tyranids bore down upon Baal and taking precautions to protect the chapter's gene seed should the Blood Angels fail. Dante led the last of the Blood Angels in the final and most desperate phase of the battle, hacking his way through the Tyranid forces to duel the Swarmlord. Despite the valuable knowledge it had gleaned in previous battles, the beast perished at Dante's hand. So there we have it, some really cool lore. Like I said, the awesome Battle of Baal for the Third Tyrannic War. Easily one of my favourite of the most recent battles of the Imperium. And the source of the storyline for the Battle Sector RPG game on console and PC, which I really could do with playing through again, actually. Yeah, there we have it. Up next, we have new rules to look at. So, with that, thank you all very much for watching. Yeah, pretty good. Nice lot of information. We learned about the Inquisition, the Third Tyrannic War, and what it means to take an oath of moment. Hope you found this very useful. If you did, drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Have you got any particular oaths of vengeance of your own that you've sworn to take down? Perhaps a bittered rival at your local gaming club? Let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll have a good conversation about that. But yeah, anywho, up next, like I said, we got our gaming articles. So thank you again for watching. Thank you again to Warbay for sponsoring Combat Patrol Carnage, and I'll see you next time on more Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.